Hey guys, Chef Wukan here today. How are you? It's really getting cold out there. We're expecting a nor'easter by Friday. So what the heck's going on here? I mean, I'm getting a little tired of with the bad news with weather, with world politics, with COVID. It's just driving me crazy. But that hasn't deterred me from making great dishes. So I want to try to be as entertaining as I possibly can. So this edition will be a joke and a recipe, okay? And today we're going to make roast pork stir-fried with fresh asparagus. Now, if you watched my previous video, I showed you how to make roast pork. Very easy to do. So I'm going to take that same roast pork and I'm going to apply it to fresh asparagus that I bought at Aldi. Okay? So basically, the ingredients that we use is a little thin soy sauce, Fat Boy brand. I highly recommend it. Obviously, oyster sauce in the container, but the brand is Leegumkee, Leekumkee. A little Shao shing wine, very important. Regular olive oil, and a little bit of hoisin sauce, also Leegumkee. So as you can tell, I'm definitely devoted to that brand because I don't know exactly what they do to the other brands, but I feel that Leegumkee brand is high quality. Okay, let's get down to it. So here's the roast pork that we had made earlier. All right. So we're gonna take a piece and watch how I slice it. All right. So I'll take a piece, any piece, and at an angle, I'll hold it down firmly on a chopping board, and I'll go down and forward, down and forward, down and forward, down and forward. And so what happens is, you know, we don't want to make a lot of thick pieces. We want to keep it the same size, right? And as you know from my previous video on roast pork, we want to keep a little fat because that adds flavor. It always adds flavor. All right, so we have this many pieces, and this is our asparagus that we're going to use. So unless you want to have more vegetables or more pork, it's really up to you. But we're going to add a little bit more pork, and we'll cut it thin. So there's uniform cut, so they will all cut evenly, all right? And that's about it there, all right? So we will set this aside over here. Now, we're gonna add some fresh garlic. Here's garlic, a jar of pure garlic. All peeled. You don't have to worry about trying to unpeel it, buying a clove that's unpeeled and smash it and do all that work. They did all the peeling for you. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to smash it. As many of you have probably known, my way is not with the garlic presser, which I find it kind of difficult to do. I'll take a piece of garlic on a flat chop board with a high carbon steel cleaver. As you can see, the handle is attached, and I'm just going to go pound it. Down like that, and push it. Pound it, push it. Pound it, and push it. Pound it, and push it. Okay? And this is our garlic. I'm going to chop it up a little bit. Okay? All right, so you're going to get your hands a little dirty, but that's the only way you really can learn how to cook, is by getting your hands dirty. So we're going to add it to the roast pork because that's what we're going to cook first. Because we're dealing with a vegetable, the vegetables are always added last. This has been washed already. So we want to have nice morsels of asparagus, okay? We don't want to have long strands of asparagus. So we'll probably just give it 2 inches. Okay? And then we'll put this here. All right. Now notice the thickness of the asparagus. These aren't the thick ones. These are rather thin. So knowing that it's thin, it won't require as much cooking. So that you always have to keep that in mind. All right? All right, so we have our wok. And we're going to put it on. Got all the ingredients that we want. We're going to add some Shao shing wine. Where's the Shao wine? Here it is. And the oyster sauce. Okay, we have all our sauces here. So, this is a high carbon steel wok, right? This wok, you can have it at very high temperatures, and you won't have to worry about any coating. If the benefits of the high carbon steel wok is that as you're cooking, right, a little bit of your ingredients will stick to the pot, and after each use, it's basically going to create a natural non-stick surface. So keep that in mind. If you use a regular non-stick pan, if you keep it on high heat, it may wear down the coating on your non-stick pan. All right. So with the high carbon steel, you won't have to worry about that. So you don't have to worry about any kind of ingredients. What's the procedure? Well, the procedure is heat up the wok first. Let that get hot. Then we'll add the olive oil. And the reason why I'm choosing olive oil is because all the other oils are bad for you, despite what they may say. I was using canola oil for a while, but my sister had persuaded me to realize that canola oil is not good for us and that it may cause things to us that we really would not have otherwise known before. And they had done a study of years ago when people were cooking with regular lard or animal fat, and they never had brown spots. But the minute canola oil became popular, a lot of people started getting brown spots. So I say, what the heck? I don't want to have brown spots. So I'll add some olive oil, let that get a little hot. We'll add the pork and the garlic. We'll saute it a little bit. We'll let that garlic mesh with the pork. So I used about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I used 3 fresh garlic cloves. We're using roast pork. You would say this is about an ounce and a half, all right? And we just want to give it a stir. That's about heat it up a little bit, all right? Then we'll add the sauce. So we'll add about a teaspoon of thin soy sauce. We'll add about another teaspoon of Shao wine. We'll add about a tablespoon of oyster sauce. And we'll add a little bit of tablespoon of hoisin sauce. So you want to get that balance between the saltiness of the thin soy sauce and the sweetness of the hoisin sauce. And then you want to add a little bit of dark soy sauce. That's caramel color. Okay. And just saute it. Alright, now we'll just throw in the cut asparagus. Okay, 1, 2, 3. When you get that emerald color, that's what you want. That will tell you that it's done. And obviously, the asparagus will have moisture, so that will provide additional moisture to it. And we're going to have this dry. We won't have as much gravy. Okay. So keep on sauteing it. You always want to add a little bit of white powder. Always saute, because then that heat will be evenly distributed amongst all the vegetables, the asparagus, and the roast pork. Right? So you get a nice even cooking. You don't have to worry about, one piece is cooked more than the other. Because they are the same size, because the roast pork is sliced the same size, it will be evenly cooked. Okay? So remember, the asparagus, this bunch, is thin. So you don't really need much in terms of cooking. So once it turns emerald green, which it has, your dish is done. Alright, so let's plate it. Fill out the thing, plate it. So you want the asparagus to be crunchy, not soggy. You know, when we look at vegetables, we always see that the vegetables are always made soggy. And that's why a lot of the young people despise it. You know, here it is. Roast pork with fresh asparagus. Okay. So, we're going to taste it. Get my trusty chopstick. Okay. I hate soggy vegetables. But in this case, this is nice and crispy. We're going to taste it. A piece of asparagus. Mmm. Perfect. Mmm. So we'll take a piece of roast pork with a piece of the asparagus. Mmm. The flavor is delicious. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed it. I will list the recipe, the ingredients in my YouTube description. If you'd like to see another one coming up, just click subscribe and you'll be notified of my next video. Give me a comment. I'm more than happy to answer any of your questions and take compliments, obviously. And basically, we have a Patreon page. So if you're interested in helping me advance in 2022, that's always appreciated. And I just want to let you know about my website, chefwucan.com. I'm a food blogger as well as a vlogger and restaurant critic. And in that tab on my website, you'll see the secret, what is the secret to Asian food. And basically, you have 7 basic sauces. And all the sauces are used in every dish that we make here, right? So it's nothing complicated. I would say make an investment, put it in your pantry, your fridge, buy whatever meat you can, and you can extend it for your family of 4 or family of 2. Because right now, the price of everything is way up, and going out to eat is going to be even way up. So you might as well learn from me, Chef Wu Can, because if Chef Wu can, you can too. So it'll be that easy. And you'll have a more nutritious and healthier meal using the products that they have out there as scarcity as it is, okay? So just consider that. And basically, the joke of the day today will be this. Now, this is one of my favorite jokes, so I have to repeat it to you because you may not see the other joke, the same joke on another video. But my video is, what's the one word that nuclear physicists are so scared about? You ready? Oops. To me, it was funny. So I hope that I could bring a little happiness and a little joy to you with that joke, right? Because just doing recipes could be kind of boring. So I just wanted to lift up your spirit a little bit, considering what's going on in this world. It's driving us crazy. So a little humor doesn't hurt. So let me know what you think. I have a whole bunch of other jokes, but this is my joke and a recipe edition, all right? So thank you very much, and aloha to you. Thank you for viewing my video. Bye-bye.